Hello, today is Thursday, August 18th, and I'm in the motorhome. It's raining a little bit. Let's see. Since my last video, I killed my battery again, and I finally figured out what it was. It was a switch over here by the door for the radio that was switched to be on the coach or something. But anyhow, I noticed that the light on the radio would go on when I turned the power switch on. And so I thought it was running off the house battery too, but I guess it wasn't. It had been draining my alternator battery because it was dead again about 2 or 3 days later. And this time when I jumped it and let it charge for a while and stopped it, it wouldn't start again. And I thought I killed the battery too much, so I bought a battery charger and I charged it. And the battery was totally charged. It took about 3 hours, but it wasn't all the way discharged. What happened was when I was jiggling the jumper cable on the terminal, I loosened it. And it was loose. And that's why it wouldn't start. And, you know, I got a lot to learn, that's for sure, because I picked up a friend to look at it, and they're like, first thing, you know, moved the battery terminal and said, "Oh, there's your problem." Tightened it up and it started right up. I'm like, that's cool. I hope all my problems are like that. Really, that'd be cool. You just have to tighten it back up or something. Okay, so yesterday I took a bunch of stuff to my sister's house. We're gonna do the rummage sale at her house, and I'm going to bring some more stuff today if it quits raining, and probably sweep out the garage. She's supposed to get some tables, and she's going to put some stuff in the sale too. And also, they live out in the country, and they have quite a bit of land out there. Her husband has his own business, and they have a few buildings, and they have animals. They have pigs and chickens, and so I'm going to park my RV over there for a little while when I move out of here, and they are going to help me you know, figure out how everything works and show me all the safety things I need to know. And I don't know how long I'll be there. I haven't figured it out that far ahead. I really haven't. Everything's happening so fast. And I also have doctor appointments. Like, I don't know how I'm going to manage those doctor appointments, because I have to go to a doctor appointment every month to get my prescription. And I'm not going to be driving back here to Indiana. So I'm going to go, and I hope I can just go to another doctor. I have my same insurance from the post office, and that insurance covered me everywhere, even when I went to Israel. So I believe it's the same one. I didn't see any change. I kept my same insurance. It's not a Obamacare one. It's a federal one. So hopefully I'm not going to have that problem, because I've seen a couple of videos where people said they had to go back to their home state every 6 months to get their prescriptions filled. Well, I would have to come back every month. So I can't do that. So I'll figure something out. I know some people go to Mexico. I will cry if I have to do that, but I'm not worried about it because I'm going to do it no matter what, you know. I'll figure it out when I go. I'm not going to let that stop me, just because, you know, I'm going to have to get my prescriptions. I have a doctor appointment at the end of the month, and then I have another one at the end of September. So I might leave at the end of September. I might stay at my sister's. I might stick around. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with my car yet. She told me I could keep it there, and that her husband could sell it for me. I kind of want to hang on to it, and it's all paid for. The only thing is I have to pay the insurance. So I don't know. I might have to sell that. So I'm trusting God. You know, God is in control. You know, I worry sometimes I try to look too far down the road, and I can't see around the curves, and I get nervous. But I know that God's there, and He's going to be turning on the lights as I go around the curve, and He's not going to let me fall off the mountain. So I'm going to keep on going as much as I can. I need to dump my tanks and get gas, but I really don't want to move until I have to move, and then I'll do all that and then go to my sister's house, because if somebody parks in this spot, I'm gonna have a problem. And even if somebody parks in like the next 2 spots, it's gonna be hard for me as a new person, because when I came, it was by the grace of God, thank you Jesus, there was only 1 car parked over here way at the end. And it took me a little bit, to figure out how to freaking back it up, and because I had only did it one other time. And thank God that this spot was open. There was like plenty of room, but if I was to leave and come back and a car was parked like even in the next space, I wouldn't be able to get in, because this does take 2 spaces pretty much, by the time but the way I parked it anyhow, I probably could have fit it into the 1 space with just my back end hanging over there, but luckily it's grassy right back there, so it was perfect. But I don't want to take that chance. I really don't. And I want somebody to come with me when I do my dumping to make sure I do it right, or at least somebody who could help me figure it out. Two minds are better than one, especially when one of them is mine. I'm telling you, because this is so new to me that it's kind of scary, but it's also kind of exciting. And I'm gonna do it no matter what. This is what I feel like God is telling me to do. Not really sure exactly why, but I think I kind of have an idea why. So if you want to follow me and see what God's doing in my life, then subscribe, because if I can get enough subscribers, I can monetize the channel and maybe make some extra money that way, because my pension's only going to be like it's not even going to be $600 a month after they take the insurance out. So I'm going to have to do something, and I'm not real worried about it. I know that there's jobs out there, work camping jobs, and if I can get subscribers, I could get extra money on YouTube, and there's other things you can do online, and I'll figure it out as I go. Right now I'm okay. I have some money saved, not a lot of money, but enough money to get me somewhere to figure out something else and see what God is doing, because that's really the main thing. Is I have to continue following God and what He wants me to do, because what He just did was so amazing that I know that I'm hearing the right God. I'm hearing God. It's not Kathy's crazy voice, in her head. It's God's. And sometimes God has a crazy voice. Okay, I have noticed that, because sometimes when God is telling you something, at least with me, it's like this crazy voice in my head telling me to do something that's impossible, and I can't stop thinking about it. And I'll be like, that's impossible, but I can't stop thinking about it. And I'll see articles about the same thing. I'll read the Bible or watch a video or something, and they'll be talking about it, and it's like that's how God speaks to you, and it is. If it's a crazy voice in my head that's telling me to do something that's crazy but possible, that might be Kathy. But if it's crazy and impossible, that's God. Okay, as long as it's not doing something illegal, immoral, like that. God's not going to tell you to go out and kill somebody or rape somebody. No, but if He tells you to go ahead and retire, even though you're not going to get but $600 a month, and fly to California and buy an RV, even though you've never driven one before, and drive it home to Indiana, even though you've never seen a mountain road before, And even though you had carpal tunnel in your hand so bad you couldn't hold it up for 10 minutes without it falling asleep, and even though the bulging discs in your back are to the point where if you sit for 30 minutes, your back starts aching, and even though your knee still isn't working right and is still sore and stiff, still, go to California and buy an RV and drive it back. And that's crazy. And that's what I did, because I felt so strongly that that was God telling me to do that, that I was afraid not to, okay? I was afraid not to. When I think about all the times I missed God's voice, and I knew it was God, and just said, no, it's impossible. And how many things did I miss, and how many, lives could have been different if I only would have listened and believed that I could do something impossible. Because, it's not impossible with God. For instance, my hand. I noticed on the second day that my hand hadn't fallen asleep. And I'm like, wow. And you know what? It hasn't fallen asleep since. Except a couple times at night it'll start like getting stiff. But I think it's the way I'm laying on it. But I can drive now, and this hand, I can lay in bed and read my Bible or my iPad, and it doesn't fall asleep. God healed my hand. And my back, when I got back, my back started messing up again. But another thing that was wrong with my back is one of my legs is longer than the other. After I had my knee surgery, they pulled out my leg, and so now one was longer than the other, because I guess I was bow-legged anyhow or something. Anyhow, it's pulled out. I don't have to wear the insert anymore in my foot, in my shoe, because my legs are even now. And I went to 2 doctors. I went back to my regular doctor appointment, and I showed her, and she measured it and said they're even now. And then like the next week I went to the knee doctor and showed him, and he was pressing on my legs like, they do appear to be even now, young lady. And I'm like, yes, they are. But the arthritis and the bulging discs are still bothering me, and my knees still bother me. And so that's another reason why I'm not too worried about the medicine, the doctor appointment, because that might be just God telling me, you know what, Kathy, I'm going to heal you totally, and you're not going to need medicine at all. You're not going to have to go to the doctor every month anymore. And so that's what I think is going to happen. But if it doesn't, then I'm sure he'll help me find a doctor or whatever I have to do. And I'm going to trust God. That's around the corner up there. And, there's a lot of things around the corner up there. And not only for me, but for all of us. And God wants us to not be afraid of His voice. And if you hear and you feel so strongly that God is telling you to do something, and it's like this crazy voice in your head telling you to do something impossible, that's outrageous, that that you could never do in a million years, but you feel like you're supposed to do it, chances are that's God. And the way you test that is start walking towards it. Do something to take the first step. And it might be a scary step. And I'm telling you, of course, God will never tell you to do something that would hurt somebody. I'm getting rid of stuff. I took a whole lot of stuff to my sister's yesterday. And, like I said, people's been coming over, my family, taking stuff. So, all this stuff I should be able to fit in my car. And except the furniture things. Like that dresser is gonna go. Bye-bye. That ain't no good. Some of this stuff is spoken for, like the lamp and that little table there. The couch, No, the couch is in good shape except the bottom got a little chewed up by a certain bunny rabbit. In my bedroom is nothing. Someone came and took the bed and my big dresser, and I forgot to tell them that one of these went with it. Well, I think Stanley wants those anyhow. And I got this big, and it's really nice bookshelf. That's in good shape. So, yeah, I still have a lot of stuff for the rummage sale. And that's okay. I'm getting there. Most of this stuff, well, I was going to say I'm keeping, but no, that's not true. No, just the computer, really. Oh boy. I have time. I want to do the rummage sale next weekend. So, I'll be working this weekend, getting everything over to my sister's and setting up tables, and she's going to put stuff in it too. I mean, it looks so weird in here, don't it? Well,